Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother coming right back at you to help you make sense of all this, of all the crazy things happening in this senseless world. A world that, without a doubt, has gone completely mad. Now, mad is just a word for the whole world is possessed. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? We are living, whether you want to believe it or not, we are living in the Saturnization of this last generation. That's what it is. Why? Because the God of this world, which is Satan, and I don't mean to use this old cliche in a religious tone, because as you know what I think about religion. In fact, as I have told you many, many times, Christendom started back in the year 325 in the Council of Nicaea, which was all overseen by the emperor himself, a Satanist, Emperor Constantine. Why was he a Satanist? Because you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, the Roman Empire was composed of the Edom. They are the descendants of Esau. I have explained that to you many of times. All you got to go to understand what's going on in today's society, in today's world, in this last evil generation is go back to Genesis 25 and then move on to verses 27, 32, and so on. And then you read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and you will understand what is all of this is leading up to. Okay? And of course, let us not forget the book of Revelation. Okay? Written by John the Revelator. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this as quickly as I can, because tomorrow is another working day. So, let me just read this to you real quick, and then read a couple of verses from the book. Okay? So, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no denying that we are living in Satan's last generation. To the point, not only do people worship him, which, by the way, who is the God of this world, the God of this God-forsaken world, but also adore him. Throughout history, man has worshipped false gods. In fact, our present-day scientists are synonymous for Satanism, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Our present-day scientists and medical doctors, and that's always been the case. They take up an oath called the Hippocratic Oath, where they swear in the name of many different pagan gods. Okay? Apollo being one of them. Go check it out yourself. The Hippocratic Oath. Why is it the Hippocratic Oath? Because they consider Hippocrates the father of medicine. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we cannot deny that this world has always worshipped false gods, which means the devil himself. You understand? Because he's not going to come at you and tell you, hey, guess what? You're worshiping the devil. Of course not. For instance, the Egyptian dynasty, whom their sun god was Ra, R-A, they didn't think they were worshiping. They were worshiping the devil. Nubis, the god of death for them. You understand? And then before them, Baal with Nimrod, who married his mother, killed his dad, and married his mom. But what can be expected when he came out of the Canaanite? And we know with the story of the Canaan people. So, ladies and gentlemen, so the human race have been programmed, worshipped, have been programmed, conditioned to worship this disgusting and ridiculous thing called God. Now you may say, Ruben, isn't he an angel? Of course he is. He was the first angel God created. Okay? And he has brought us to this present last generation that we are living under. Okay? This is why you see in the United States, which is by the way, the second beast of the Bible, eating itself, destroying itself from within. Because as I told you on my last video, she's destined to perish. She's destined to die. Okay? And she knows it. And that's why America has gone completely crazy. That's why they teach in school CRT, critical race theory. Ladies and gentlemen, where is the love in critical race theory? None. It is Satanism with another name. Because it separates people according to the races. And have you taken a look? In fact, I'm going to send you some of the. I'm going to send you some within the links that I will send you. I'm going to send you a link, ladies and gentlemen, where it shows the depth of this ridiculousness that's going on in our school. But what do you expect? Because school itself is a indoctrination system under the Masonic generation that we're living. Because you got to understand, America is controlled, has always been controlled by Freemason. In fact, George Washington, their first president, their first Mason, all of America's presidents have been Freemason. At least the one people know. Because people don't know the reality. They're being lied to. That there were 16 presidents before George Washington. But anyway. Now, we have mass shootings throughout the United States right now. Didn't I tell you this was coming? This year, ladies and gentlemen, will be the year of death. There's going to be death all over this planet, but in particular the United States. And what do we expect? Do we actually expect our youth? Do we actually expect people to care about life itself when death has been legalized in America through the cruelty and the coward way of killing through abortion? In fact, you got abortion people protesting abortion against the you see how people are so easily worked? And you can tell that people are possessed, ladies and gentlemen, because abortion is not a woman's right. No. Because abortion is an assault on human existence itself. Abortion, ladies and gentlemen, is an assault on life itself. So a nation that practices abortion, which is practically the whole world, okay, doesn't deserve life. And yet you want youth to have respect for the sanctity of life? Give me a freaking break. Number 4, transhumanism, or AR, artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this is where this is going? Okay? Being that this is the last I call it Satan's last generation, he's transforming humanity so that they be ready when he, because ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to believe it or not, he will materialize himself along with his legions of demons. Fallen angels will be seen by humanity, and people will think of them as gods or extraterrestrial lives, extraterrestrial beings. It's sad, really. But hey, those few of us, because there are few of us that are awakened, we will know. 5, drug use has been literally, you cannot deny it, legalized in the United States, just as death, abortion is. Okay? So many people doing drugs, from kids and people committing suicide left and right. 6, and then this is the icing on the cake, ladies and gentlemen. You have a mindless leader who doesn't know, he doesn't know what time it is. He doesn't know what day tomorrow is. He doesn't even know where he's at times. He doesn't even know what comes out of his mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is there as a figure. Because remember, by essence, all presidents are puppet. And you know what puppet are? They are controlled by the puppet master. Okay? So, as that old song goes, how does that song goes? He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wide world in his hand. He's got the whole world. Yes, the devil does. Satan has the whole world in his hands because he has made sure that this whole world is naive enough to follow him. He has been deceived from the beginning and now more than ever. Okay? Now, I told you it was going to be quick. Let us go to and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the destruction of the family, we cannot forget that. That's another one. That should have been number 7. The destruction of the family. Especially of the, what they call, look at this, minority. You see how they play? You see how they play our people psychologically when in reality, we are the what? The majority. Yeah. God's people are the majority and they know it. So all the mass shooting that you see in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, that is to divide the masses even more. Abortion, race relationships. So this young man who's 18 years old that went to Buffalo, New York. By the way, I'm from New York. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Okay? He's from Buffalo. Buffalo is in upstate. What is the population? I mean, I'm sorry. What is the people that live in Buffalo? Black people. My people. And everybody is my people, actually. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what color of skin you are. But you got to accept the reality that they are God's chosen people. And you want to be safe regardless of the color of your skin? You got to live the 10 Commandments. Because one of the ways that family have been destroyed is that you got people having kids, having family, forming a family without not even knowing the meaning of life itself. Well, you just want to have kids because you want generation to come after you? No, I'm not into that. That's why I got 2 kids, ladies and gentlemen, and I pray for them before I had them. So everything that you are going to do, you got to pray to God about it. You understand? You want to go for a job interview? Pray to God about it. You want to go on a vacation? Pray to God. You want to buy a house? Pray to Him. You want to have kids? Pray to Him. You want to have a wife, a girlfriend? Pray to Him about it. It has worked for me. He never fails you. The only thing that will fail your fellow human beings, right? Anyway, so we don't even know the value of life. So the attitude of most people of the whole world is, well, you got to live life to the fullest, Ruben, because you never know when you're going to go. That's a satanic idea. And I'm going to prove it to you in 3 Bible verses. First, let us go to Deuteronomy 32:29. Deuteronomy 32, verse 29. Just bear with me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. So let us go to Deuteronomy 32, chapter 32, verse 39, okay? Deuteronomy 32 verse 39 said, see now that I, even I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Now, so what is God saying there is that he giveth life and he taketh life away. Okay? Do you understand that? Okay? Do you understand that? So we don't, in other words, ladies and gentlemen, we don't own ourselves. We just living out this temporary existence on this planet, and we seems not to wanting to understand it and just living out the days. No. In order for you to live life to the fullest, is to understand it to the fullest and see where life came from. And you worship the life giver, which is the Almighty God, whose glorious name is I am, Asher Ahaya. Now, let us go to Job. Job, chapter 2, verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. Ladies and gentlemen, in other words, because remember, Job was going through God's test of faith. This man had everything and lost everything, even his wife, his kids, all his riches. But he was still faithful to God. And the devil said, well, make him sick. And you see how he's gonna, as we say, that he will curse thee to thy face. And God said, well, let's go. Let it roll. But I tell you one thing, do not even think about taking his life. Because again, God created life, he giveth life, and he takes it away. He's the only one. And, okay? So he's got power over life and over the devil and over the demons. God created that disgusting thing that became the devil, the demon, whose real name, he was known as Lucifer up in heaven. Okay. So, let us go to the last verse that I was going to share with you. 1 Peter. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, now, your question may be, Ruben, then what are we to do? How are we going to save ourselves from all this madness that's going around? That you could be in a supermarket like these people were in Buffalo, New York, upstate New York, and then all of a sudden you get somebody starts shooting and killing people. Well, let me just tell you this. What did I just prove to you? That's the reality. God gives life and he protects life. He lets it go sometimes. And that's exactly what he's doing to this whole world. In fact, he will destroy he will clean earth. He's not going to destroy earth. He's going to clean house. That's why he said this, that there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth. The sun, the moon will no longer exist because only the brightness, okay, God's brightness would be enough. But check this out. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8 tells you how the devil works. And then once you read this, then you understand that this is a spiritual battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a physical. Yeah, physical people are dying, but it's actually a spiritual, because human being cannot live without the spirit. You understand? Anyway, let's go. Chapter 5, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Number 10. But the God of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Christ, after that you have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, and settle you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So do not be afraid of all this mass shooting, that you could be at a Walmart store or Sam's Club, whatever, which is the same thing, because it's Sam's is the founder of Walmart, just in case you didn't know. By the way, Home Depot, Target, all these big chain businesses were open when the pandemic was on. By design, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because the masses are being conditioned, especially right here in America, to ready themselves to deal with the big guys. Small businesses are becoming history by the minute. And everybody's playing their part. All these demons, and I have shown you some of them. I have named them by name. George Soros is one of them. Bill Gates, Gates of Hell. Bill Gates of Hell is another one. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please, what are we to do? We establish a strong relationship with your Creator. I just proved to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a spiritual battle that we have to fight. In fact, let us go to Ephesians chapter 6, and then I'm done. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, these Satanists, just like in Noah's time before the flood, okay? Remember, I'm only here to give you the truth. I'm just a messenger of truth. Okay? I'm just a sinner as you are. I've probably done so many crazier things that you have done. I probably committed more sins than you have committed in your lifetime. But here I am. But remember the story of the Apostle Paul. Okay? I was born to be God's messenger, and here I am. And by the way, and I'm going to leave you with this, in regard to all this mass shooting going around, not just the United States, but around the world, you know what they say? Because remember, the world is the devil's justifier. What do they say? Oh, it's just a mental case. Oh, he's just crazy. Or maybe he's just on drugs. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, wake the hell up. We are fighting against evil. This is a fight against the devil. Do not let them tell you, oh, it's just a mental case. Yeah, there was a mental assessment done on this young man, 18-year-old man, white man, that, in fact, you want to know something, ladies and gentlemen? This is how sick and ridiculous and stupid we have become. You know that there are people celebrating that this guy was white? You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, please. This was a premeditated mass shooting that killed 10 people and wounded three others. Remember? See that number? 13. And you know that's a Masonic number. Number 13. Remember that. Okay, do your research. I'm not going to remain on this. I mean, I'll probably tell you about this on another video. Right now, I'm leaving you. God bless. And remember, I'm only here to give you the truth and nothing but the truth. But you got to understand, whether you want to accept it or not, that we are living in the last days. Now, just take a look at some of the ridiculousness and stupidity that you're going to see in some of the links that I will show you. Pronouns. You no longer are to refer to people by man or woman. No. No, sir or Mrs. No. Girl or boy. No. You see? Because this is the devil's last generation. He wants to turn everything upside down. And indeed, the whole world is upside down. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. You all take care. And there's more. And remember, I do this because I love you all. I do this out of love. Take care.